Hi everyone, I'm Chris Bell, WhereNext Head of Content, and part of my job consists of travelling around Colombia scouting the best new destinations for filming natural history productions, which we specialise in as an agency. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the top 10 Colombian national parks for filming natural history productions. Colombia's national park system consists of 59 protected areas covering about 14% of the entire country, ranging in size from the tiny Isla Gorgona National Park in the middle of a lake in the south of Colombia to the vast Chiribiquete National Park, which is the largest tropical rainforest national park on Earth. So first of all, why film in Colombian national parks? Well, there's several reasons. For starters, Colombia is an insanely biodiverse country, meaning that in just a couple of weeks of shooting time, you can go from everywhere from desert to high Andean mountains to lowland tropical rainforest to Pacific to Caribbean coast, all for a fraction of the budget compared to many other similarly biodiverse destinations around the world. It's also important to note that all of these national parks require a series of permits for filming, which is why it's important to work with a local agency that has experience in obtaining those permits, such as WhereNext. Number 1, Tirona National Park. This is one of Colombia's most iconic national parks and is located on the Caribbean coast, just north of the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta Mountains. It's exceptionally biodiverse, and species you can film here include the endemic and endangered blue-billed curassow and American crocodile. It can get quite crowded at times, but luckily during the shoulder season such as November and February, it's much calmer and is perfectly possible to film in Tirona National Park. Number 2, Chansa National Park. This extensive Paramo ecosystem is located just outside of Bogota and is a wonderful place to film species such as white-tailed deer, green-bearded helmet-crest hummingbird, and the extremely rare Andean or spectacled bear. Number 3 is Los Nevados National Park. This high-altitude volcanic national park is located in Colombia's central Andes, and the best access point is probably the city of Manizales. It's probably the best place in Colombia to film Andean condors in the wild. This spectacular national park is home to a range of ecosystems including cloud forest, glacial lakes, snow-capped mountains and paramos. Number 4, Amakajaku National Park. This southern national park is located along Colombia's small stretch of Amazon River in the Amazonas department near the city of Leticia. The whole of this national park is located in a tropical lowland jungle ecosystem and is a wonderful place to film species like pink river dolphins, squirrel monkeys, and a host of interesting and rare bird species. Next up, the Serrania de la Macarena. This park is probably most famous as the home of the so-called most beautiful river on Earth. Caño Cristal is a bright red river that flows through the quartzite rock formations that make up the park. But actually there's so much more to La Macarena than just this river. Those same rock formations are the westernmost outpost of the Guyana Shield, the oldest rocks on planet Earth, and the park represents the meeting point between three incredible ecosystems: the Orinoquia Plains, the Amazon rainforest, and the Colombian Andes. Number 6, El Touparo National Park. Now amazingly, this is the only Colombian national park area in the Eastern Plains Orinoquia region of Colombia, and it's actually one of Colombia's largest national parks, but it's also one of the country's least visited, meaning that any natural history production there will be able to capture spectacular footage of some of the country's most remarkable landscapes in total isolation and peace. Next, it's back to the Andes and El Cocoy National Park. This spectacular high-altitude national park is located in the Colombian Eastern Andes near the border with Venezuela in the departments of Boyacá and Arauca. Access to the park itself is strictly controlled, but it's still possible to hike over 50 kilometers of high-altitude mountain trails through the glaciers, giant lakes and snow-capped peaks of El Cocoy. Next up, Isla Gorgona. This small jungle-covered national park is an island just off the Pacific coast of the Colombian department of Cauca. It used to be a high-security prison, but became a national park in 1984. It's a great place to film humpback whales during their June to November breeding season, and the island itself is also home to multiple species of poisonous snakes, hence the name Gorgona. Number 9, the Serenia de Chiribiquete. This is the largest tropical rainforest national park on Earth. It's about the size of Switzerland. It's known as the real lost world because huge swathes of it are basically unexplored. It's even been theorized that there may be uncontacted indigenous peoples living within the park's borders. The park itself is off limits to visit on the ground, but it's possible to do flyovers that can be organized through local agencies. And last on the list is Los Flamencos. This small flora and fauna sanctuary is located on a desert lagoon ecosystem in the Colombian Caribbean coast of La Guajira, where we film parts of the birders. It's an incredible space to shoot wild flamingos, aquatic bird species, and loads of rare regional endemic species shared with Venezuela. So those were our top 10 national parks for filming natural history productions in Colombia. If you're interested in working in any of these places, you need help getting permits, scouting, finding the best local guides, make sure to contact WhereNext in the link below.